Of course, came up just short at the Solheim Cup a couple weeks ago in Spain. And on Sunday, Europe able to win back the Ryder Cup when Tommy Fleetwood captured that clinching point in his match with Ricky Fowler at Marco Simone. Europeans needed 14.5 points, ultimately won 16.5 to 11.5, setting off these European home celebrations, what, 7th time in a row? A streak that began in '97. We've, early stages of the World Wide Web, we've been seeing it. Email was a new thing when Europe was starting this streak on home soil.
The streak started. Seve was captain in '97.
Yes, he was.
At Valderrama.
He had the fastest golf cart on property. He was everywhere.
He was zooming around.
He was. And here are the records from last week. Rory, Hovland, Rahm, all the big players showed up. The captain's picks did well. Luke Donald pressed all the right buttons.
You know what happens when you're a Ryder Cup rookie? You correct mispronunciations. Ludvig Aberg. What a story he was from PGA Tour U #1. He was a workhorse, playing in 4 of 5 matches at the Ryder Cup, 2-2 record. Looks like he's going to be an absolute stud and a huge factor for them going forward, Damon.
Absolutely. Here he is draining this putt on the par 4 6th. And for more, let's send it out to Jackson, Mississippi. Our Kira K. Dixon on site this week with more on Mr. Aberg.
Well, Damon, you just mentioned all of the eyeballs that'll be on Lexi Thompson next week. A lot of eyeballs will be on Ludvig Aberg here in Jackson. I spoke with him earlier about the whirlwind that he's had coming all the way to Mississippi from Marco Simone and why he's decided to tee it up this week.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been, a busy couple of traveling hours. I was quite tired on that flight on Monday. I'm not going to lie, but obviously we had a fantastic week last week, and it's something that I'll never forget. And I'm so proud to have been a part of that team, and I'm so proud to kind of create a relationship with those guys, and it's been a lot of fun. But I'm here this week, and I knew that was going to be the case before I played in Rome, and I knew that I was going to play this week, and that's where my focus is.
Yeah, traveling hours, not traveling days. I like that. So you mentioned the memories, the lasting memories that you've been able to create over the last week. When you were sitting on that plane thinking about everything that happened over the last week, what stands out to you as the lasting memory that will endure when you look back years and years from now?
I think there'll be a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of things that it's difficult to kind of pinpoint one specific thing. I do feel like, obviously, in the Ryder Cup, everyone talks about the first tee and the nerves and the excitement that comes with it, and it is very true. You are I was very nervous when I was standing on that tee box, and I think that's something that I'll, have with me for a very long time. But I do feel like also the dynamic of the team group that we had, and everyone was very supportive of each other, which was really cool to kind of see that, even though we're playing an individual sport, that everyone can kind of come together and act as a collective. So I do think there's going to be a lot to look back on, but I think those are the things, yeah.
Well, speaking of the dynamic of the team group, this is the first time that you've really had the opportunity to spend a lot of meaningful time with the likes of Rory McIlroy, Jon Rahm, Victor Hovland, who you had an incredible performance with. What stands out to you as the main lessons learned from them that you will now apply to the rest of your golf career?
Well, first off, they're incredibly at golf. They're very good at golf. So for me to be around that and, kind of see what it takes to be the best player in the world, because even though, I've played with them a little bit, not too much, and kind of pick their brains about certain things. And, I'm in an early stage of my career, and I feel like I have a lot to learn. So for me to kind of get, a little bit of a head start to that and test the waters a little bit, it's been unbelievable. So for me to, hopefully use those lessons a little bit in my own career and my own, craft, I'll be happy to do that.
And speaking of your career, it's still kind of a new thing. It's only been 4 or 5 months since you were a student playing amateur golf. Now you're a winner on the DP World Tour. You're a winner with the European Ryder Cup team. Can you put into perspective how your life has changed, going from relative anonymity to entering the world stage?
Yeah, I mean, it's changed a lot, but, I'm still me, and I'm still, the same person. That's not going to change no matter what happens. So, but yeah, it's opened a lot of doors. I feel like, playing these events has been, a real blessing, and I'm so happy to be able to do that, and I'm so happy to have these experiences. But once again, you know, I'm just me, I'm just myself, and I'm trying to stay true to that.
And speaking of playing events, no one would have faulted you if you decided not to come to Mississippi this week after the week that you had last week. So simply, why have you decided to play in Mississippi this week?
Yeah, you know, I knew beforehand that I was going to play here. I was committed to the event, and I wanted to honor my commitment. I wanted to play a lot of these fall events as much as I can, and even though I'm a bit tired, I'm a bit exhausted, you know, I'll try to preserve my energy this week and be ready to go on Thursday. But you know, I wanted to honor my commitment. My commitment is the PGA Tour, and that's what I wanted to do, and I think this is a great way to do it.
Okay, guys, so Ludvig mentioned there that he's a little bit tired. Let's go through the timeline of what he's had to get from Marco Simone to Mississippi. He stayed at that European after party till about 3:30 in the morning, and then Monday morning at around noon, he got on a flight from Rome to Montreal. Then there were some Canadian visa issues that he had to deal with. Ultimately, he was able to get from Montreal to Atlanta, got in bed around midnight. Who knows what time that was in Italy. Then the next morning, on Tuesday morning, he was on a flight around 11 a.m. to get here to Jackson. And what does he do? But he comes out here to the Country Club of Jackson, plays 9 holes. I asked him how he played, and he said, actually, pretty good. And you know what? I would expect nothing less of the young Ryder Cupper, the lone Ryder Cupper in the field this week.